Now, after you're done watching the Super Bowl, do not change the channel. The Voice Season 2 premieres right after the Super Bowl, a show that focuses on singing. It's about time someone finally gets it right. Now, I am for one of my team CeeLo. Man is a straight genius. With hits like Crazy, Forget You, songs that kept getting stuck in my head, I can't wait to see him yet again as a judge on this show. This show premieres Monday nights at 8 o'clock on NBC. They just made a YouTube page, guys. Go check that out. Annotations all around the screen as well in the description below. You guys be crazy if you guys do not watch the show. If you guys do not watch it, then forget you. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Double A Sports. My name is Aaron. This is my buddy Alan, and today we're going to talk about Peyton Manning's future.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about Jim Irsay being stuck between a rock and a hard place, whether he should go with a proven talent with Peyton Manning or he should get lucky with Andrew Luck. Now, Aaron, what do you think about the Colts situation with Peyton Manning getting a bonus due in March and them sitting at the #1 draft pick?
Now, right now, it's either $28 million to keep a guy that's already proven ready or the guy that already built you a brand new palace, you know, the place where the Super Bowl is playing right now, and got you a Super Bowl, or do you go with somebody that's a hot shot, a guy that's lucky right out of college?
That's right.
And the guy that played in the NFL system with his coach being the 49ers head coach right now.
That's right. Honestly, I wish I was getting paid $28 million to throw around a football. I would drop out of school, but since I'm not getting paid $28 million, I'll just talk about it instead. So, as I said before, Jim Irsay is stuck between a rock and a hard place. I wouldn't want to be in this situation right now. This is a really big decision he has to make. Honestly, I think that they should cut him if he doesn't retire and go with a quarterback that is that is ready to play in the NFL right now. And Aaron, I know that you might disagree with the ready now system of the quarterback.
Well, I mean, you can look at the basic NFL, right? You learn that it's better to sit behind someone, because we all know this. If you sit behind someone, you'll learn from them, apprentice them, and you'll exceed them. Like, look at Brett Favre or Brett Favre, whatever the Falcons kind of picked him as, with a guy named Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks now in the NFL. And look at Matt Flynn being behind Matt Rodgers. Now that one day he got to shine over Rodgers. And
that's right. Same thing with Tom Brady. You know, Tom Brady didn't get a start. Tom Brady actually got thrown into a game because his starting quarterback got injured, and he ended up shining. So I just think that with the NFL, the way it is right now, fans want wins right now. And I know that might seem like it's obvious, but teams aren't ready, don't want to draft a quarterback that they're going to have to develop for 3 years. They want a quarterback that they can win right now with, and I think Andrew Luck is that person.
Now, the teams we're thinking right now, we're thinking of dome teams or places that are warm. Because when you want to retire, you want to go someplace warm. You're thinking Arizona, you think of Florida, even California, but there's earthquakes there. That's fires. Nah, that's not. We'll forget that, California. Now, the Vikings are very interesting. Christian Ponder is their quarterback, but we both agree we don't think he is the franchise quarterback for that team.
That's right. Christian Ponder kind of got thrown into a situation where other teams saw that rookie quarterbacks were successful right now and expected that from Christian Ponder with no development from a veteran quarterback whatsoever. And with the Vikings sitting at the #3 draft position, they have the chance to get Robert Griffin III, depending on what the Rams do with #2, and they're looking at getting the offensive lineman out of USC. So I just don't see the Vikings really
being a factor in the Peyton Manning. I mean, right now, you look at the Vikings, they have AP as their backfield. It'd be really nice to see Peyton Manning hand the ball off to AP, at least in the Madden aspect. That'd be just, everyone will pick them all the time. Forget the Patriots, #1 team, everyone picked the Vikings. Unfortunately, AP had a terrible injury at the end of the season, so his future is uncertain like Peyton Manning's. Now, another team that's really high on our list is the Cardinals.
That's right. The Arizona Cardinals, without a real solid starting quarterback like Kevin Kolb, who's going to make a great career, in my opinion, out of being a backup quarterback, they are desperate for a quarterback. Pretty much, basically because of Fitzgerald, with the amount of talent he has, he's going to want a quarterback. He probably misses Kurt Warner, having a solid veteran quarterback that knows how to pass and pass consistently. And if they get that, I mean, the Peyton Manning, Larry Fitzgerald hookup, I could only imagine.
Now, the cool thing about the Cardinals is they have a great running back core. Unfortunately, they had a terrible season this year. What was their record right now on offense? 24th? All right, 24th. That was awful. Now, the running backs are Beanie Wells, the guy that was a star out of Ohio State University. Then they have Tim Hightower. Tim Hightower did amazing when they were in the Super Bowl. Now, the quarterbacks right now are Skelton, as well as Kevin Kolb. But again, they're not those wow factor franchise names. People are gonna come right there to see it. They still come for Fitzgerald.
That's right.
And Fitzgerald is really deciding if he still wants to be loyal to the Arizona Cardinals. Hey, if I get an offer from the Patriots, or I don't even know, maybe Tim Tebow, maybe go over to the Broncos or something crazy like that. Maybe Matt Ryan here in Atlanta, something like that. Maybe go with that.
One last quick thing about the Cardinals. If you look at their draft position with the 13th overall pick, you can draft someone like David DeCastro, a guard out of Stanford, and that's protection for Peyton Manning, who might be frail depending on how he recovers from a neck injury.
As well as back for that running back core, because with 24th offense, you have two of the best running backs right now, two most underrated running backs in the NFL.
That's right.
That'll be interesting. Now, another team that's really high up on our list is the Seattle Seahawks. Now, they were one of the front runners originally before Peyton Manning. They were uncertain if they were going to trade him, sign him, keep for Andrew Luck, kind of all that stuff. Now, what do you think about the Seahawks?
One thing I can guarantee you, Tavares Jackson is not going to take the Seattle Seahawks, who have probably the best fan bases, one of the best fan bases in sports, to the promised land. Peyton Manning can. They have Marshawn Lynch, beast mode in the backfield. They have talent like Sidney Rice to throw to. And as I said before, one of the best home field advantages in sports.
They have the 12th man, dude.
They have the 12th man. That's right.
That's a man on the field every time. I think you would like that. The only thing we don't know is the Seahawks doesn't really seem like a dream place to retire. It rains all the time, terrible weather.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really like Peyton Manning's ever going to live in one shot. It's not going to be a Hasselback or someone like that. So the Seahawks, you know, good coach right now. It's an easy conference, too.
Yeah, it is an easy conference. You're talking about the St. Louis Rams, the San Francisco 49ers, who have gotten better with Alex Smith, but a consistent success with Alex Smith is a little iffy.
We'll see. After 7-8 years and finally making it, now we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And then the Seahawks too being there. One thing to note about the Seahawks is that they can draft with their draft position at either 11 or 12 being decided by a coin flip, is that they can get Jonathan Martin, offensive tackle out of Stanford. You know, kind of like the Cardinals can get that big, bulky offensive lineman from Stanford that helped protect Andrew Luck, you know, help make him so successful. And again, just that's protection for Peyton Manning. And then the last team we want to talk about is the Miami Dolphins. Now that is the place to retire. Listen here, Peyton. Miami is awesome. What do you think, Aaron?
Take your town to South Beach, man. I mean,
That's
beach is right there, 90 miles away from Cuba. Get a perfect view every day. And
exactly. You're living on the beach as opposed to Seattle, which you're living on,
Canada area, right?
Yeah,
Alaska, Sarah Palin territory, you know?
Now, Aaron, what do you think about Miami and how Peyton could fit into that system?
The Dolphins are a very interesting team. With the addition of Reggie Bush, I seriously don't understand why the Saints got rid of him. I understand, you know, all this money stuff. Ricky Williams was with them. I mean, I see why the Dolphins spent big money on that wide receiver that came down from Denver. Remember him?
Yes, right.
And Marshall, he had a great job in the Pro Bowl. Did you see that?
Yeah, Brandon Marshall had 4 touchdowns, except he had 4.
5.
Okay.
He had 5 touchdowns, man. It's not like we watched the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I didn't watch a Pro Bowl. I'll never watch Pro Bowl. Them calling a defense in the Pro Bowl is an excuse. Now, Chad Henne isn't going to be he's one of the most overrated quarterbacks. He should not be a starter. He has a 75.7 passer rating, 31 touchdowns, 37 interceptions. That's just awful. And the only problem with the Dolphins is that the big problem with the Dolphins is that they don't have the draft position to get a quarterback. After RG3, the next best quarterback is Ryan Tannehill, and he probably won't go until about the 2023 range. And the Dolphins are sitting at 8 or 9 depending on a coin flip. So that's another thing pointing towards getting someone like Peyton Manning.
But yeah, you see the Dolphins when they went after the big guy wide receiver from Denver, they're not afraid to throw money out there.
That's right.
Like the Washington Redskins don't. Now, bottom line, where do you think Peyton Manning will go? You think he'll retire? You think he's going to warm weather, to a dome? What do you think?
I hope Peyton retires. I don't think I want to see him in another team's uniform. I didn't want to see LeBron James' team in another uniform, especially a Miami uniform, since I'm a Hawks fan, true and blue. However, if he doesn't retire, I think the 3 best matches that Peyton can possibly have is the Arizona with the warm weather and the dome, the Miami Dolphins with the warm weather, or the Seahawks, where I think he could be extremely successful.
Now I like the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals would be a great fit. I think it'd be a great thing like Kurt Warner effect. You see Peyton going there, teaching Skelton or even Cobb how to be a quarterback, keep going on and all that stuff. If you guys like what we talk about, we're actually make a channel called Double A Sports. I'm going to link the description below. We also have a Twitter. Check it out below. And guys, tell us in the comment section below, where do you think Peyton Manning's going to land in the offseason? You think he's going to retire and stay a Colt for life, or is he going to go somewhere else?
He's going to go somewhere else. Let us know what you think. We value your opinions. You'll probably get a reply from one of us about what you think. And don't forget to tweet us.
Double A batteries out, guys. We'll recharge till later.